Welcome to your own tour of our virtual world at My ESL Friends. We're going to start by one tip for you. Do not click on the menu items with your left mouse button. As I go through this tour, you can right click or you can hover, but if you click, then this will be interrupted. Now, for your very personal tour of My ESL Friends, you are on the About tab. Now, this page will change some, but to give you a general idea of what's at our site and what's available, I decided to record this for your viewing and audio pleasure. My name is George, and let's begin. Clear at the upper right corner of the website is a search box. You can use this to try to find articles or blog postings that you remember a few special words at, but try one word first. It doesn't do as well with two words, but you're welcome to experiment all you wish. Now, across the top, starting with the tabs across the top, Home, About, EduPunk, Karaoke Esl, Cool, Lab Rats. We're now going to look at these. The Home tab, if you hover over that, nothing happens. So if you click on that, right click, if you do right now, that will take you to the home page, which is basically every single blog posting that goes on this site. This site is primarily a blog site, but everything is organized within a WordPress website, a traditional website, and that's primarily what these tabs are showing you. The next tab over, the About button, that's where you're at now, which is really an overview of the site. And we'll be looking at that in a moment, but that's where you're at now. The next tab over is the EduPunk. If you hover over that, in other words, if you take your mouse and put it over the list, you will see other items which are treed or sub-menus within the EduPunk. The EduPunk tab has its own information, another video like this explaining a little bit about the EduPunk and some general information. But then on those that drop-down menu, if you're hovering over that item, if you hover over lineup, you'll see that there's even sub-menus. So there can be many sub-pages or nested pages anywhere within this website. The next tab over is Karaoke Esl. That's my prime offering to the world of ESL learners. That's where we use American music to learn spoken English. That's the most underserved aspect of English the world over for many reasons, which you can read more or go to that tab and learn more about that later. Next is Cool tab. The Cool tab is basically just things that I found that are interesting and neat and don't fit into the other categories very well. How to do cool things on the internet, how to do cool things with Wiz IQ or other things that are pertaining in general terms to online education. The next tab, Lab Rats. That one is going to have most of the classes that we do. Now, we talked about Karaoke Esl. That's my main offering, but all of the other classes that are support classes or classes that we do separately and other formats, you'll find the information there. Also within that is the How to Wiz IQ tab, which many of you are here for. And that's where I will be. In the past, I have recorded a lot of information about how to use Wiz IQ effectively, but I will be doing much more of that in the future. The next tab, and it's right behind, let me see what's that, Esl. Esl is a collaborative writing project for English students, primarily foreign persons learning English. But we are going to be writing, it's kind of like a soap opera. It's going to be an ongoing story. And I'm pretty sure it's going to look more like writing a script for a movie, where different people with different talents will all come together and will work together. The prime function will be writing, but there'll be a lot of other aspects to that as well. That's kind of not here yet. Next item over is fun, just plain fun things to do. Next tab is stuff, and that means things that don't fit anywhere else. Within the stuff category are some of my very earliest blog posting and classes and classwork that I did online with the Callan method and my first ideas about how to go forward. So all of those old original blogs have all been brought in here, and many of the earliest items and videos and attempts to figure out how to teach online will be found there. And then finally the contact button, which is just what it says. Okay, now let's go a little bit further. On the below me on the left side, you'll see St. George's Academy of Dragon Slaying, About George. Immediately under that, you'll see the vocal live event application. And that's where daily we will be having effectively a talk show, like a radio talk show, but you'll be able to see us also. And that's where you can access the live event daily that is really just a sharing and interviews type of thing with each other. Below that, then, is kind of like a table of contents, which will actually explain the same things as the tabs above. The tabs above and these different items below are really categories of the different things we do at this website and with our online communities. So this is just another way to find general information out about the site and the categories that are within the site. Now, over on the right side, the first thing you're going to see is a bunch of words, different sizes, called a word cloud. These are tags or subject areas that we touch on in different blog postings. So once again, this is a different way, not categories, but general hot words that are used within a posting for different subjects that might be of interest to you. Below that is the first of some Facebook pages. I use Facebook both as a way to advertise to the world, but also to help organize my blog postings, so that if you come to this page or any page on the website, you can see what's going on and what information is pertinent to the major subject areas that we track on Facebook. So the first one you see is the EduPunk channel, which is also addressed up above in the tabs on EduPunk. But that's our, it's going to be like a learning channel, a cable channel on TV, but obviously much more interactive on computer and online. And so those are the recaps of different posting and what's going on there. Immediately below that, you'll see the Wiz Iq interface. That's where I'll be doing most of my classes or activities. And so that's a quick way to jump right to my bio page. And that's also where you would set me up as a contact if you wanted to attend the EduPunk classes. So the first step is to go to the my profile, which is linked right there, and then that way we can get you invites and active in the EduPunk channel. Below that is a calendar of events. It's not working real good yet, and a couple of those items are my regular work, but hopefully one day that will be another way to look at where and what is available on the EduPunk channel. But I think that'll be primarily what I'm doing and where I'm going. You will be using the EduPunk lineup that we looked at briefly up above to see what's going on fully at the EduPunk channel. So this is just a way to figure out where I'm going and what classes I'll be at. Below that, is the My ESL Friends. Now, the first um, Facebook um, gadget up above over there was for the EduPunk channel. So it will just be announcing classes and information about the EduPunk channel. This one, My ESL Friends, which is a page on Facebook, will have information that is just of general nature for those of us that are messing around with the EduPunk and things like that. A way to catch up with information. Below that is the categories. And this reflects the tabs across the top. But if you click on that drop down menu, you'll see that if you click on one of those categories or subcategories, you will get a listing of all of the blog postings that are pertinent to that treed directory. Below that, comments. If you just want to see who's saying what about different postings, this shows a listing of the most recent comments. Then below that is the most recent Facebook page. I think no one has liked that page yet. Hopefully there'll be more by the time you view this. And on that is Esl, and that's that writing project. Below that is who's been visiting the site most recently. At the bottom of that, that's called Fidget. If you look at the very bottom of that, you can actually open up another window to see how people are coming to this site, where they're coming from. And below that then is the map. If you click on that map, you'll see I show a last 100 visitors, but it's somewhere between the last 80 and 100 visitors. You can look at a world map and see where people came from and what they were looking at. All right, so some things are going to change over time and as this develops, but maybe I'll update this video, this tour, but I've been having a tough time getting organized and making this website easy to find things. I think I'm giving up. We're doing so many different things, and I'm not an organized person to begin with. So anyway, hope this little video tour helped you find some things, and each of the tabs up above will have another little video explanation or tour of what's going on within that tab. So this is as much as I can do for you. Hopefully you can figure it out from there. So you guys have a good day. We'll see you later, and I think that's it. Yes, George is now signing off. If I can find the stop record button. Oh, this one was done on YouTube with a live webcam recording. So I'll be experimenting with that later too. Bye-bye.